Tonight I'm going to reveal to you something so profound, so revolutionary, that once you truly grasp it, you will never look at manifestation the same way again. Tonight you will learn that time is a liar. You've been taught that time is real, that the past is gone, the future hasn't arrived, and you're stuck here in the present, waiting, always waiting, waiting for your good to come, waiting for conditions to change, waiting for time to bring you what you desire. But what if I told you that this waiting is the very thing keeping your desires from you? What if I told you that past, present, and future exist simultaneously right now, in this very moment? What if I told you that your fulfilled desire doesn't exist someday in the future, but exists right now, as real and present as the chair you're sitting in? You would say, Neville, how can that be? I don't have it now. I can see with my physical eyes that it's not here. And I would say to you, you're looking in the wrong place. You're looking at the world of effects, the world of shadow. But creation happens in consciousness, in the eternal now where all things already exist. Let me ask you a simple question. What is time? Go ahead, try to define it. Try to put your finger on this thing called time without using circular reasoning. You cannot. Because time is not a thing. Time is not flowing like a river. Time is not passing by like clouds in the sky. Time is a mental construct. It's a framework your mind uses to organize the experience of change. But change and time are not the same thing. I can stand here and watch the sun move across the sky. I can watch the seasons change. I can watch my body age. Yes, there is change. Yes, there is motion. But time is the story your mind tells about that change. Einstein discovered this over 100 years ago. He proved mathematically what the mystics have always known, that past, present, and future all exist simultaneously. He showed that time is relative. It moves differently depending on how fast you're traveling, depending on gravity. Two people can experience time at completely different rates. If time were absolute, if it were real in the way you think it is, this would be impossible. Einstein called the universe a block universe. Everything that has ever happened and everything that will ever happen exists right now in an eternal present moment. You're not moving through time, you're shifting your attention through a landscape of moments that all exist simultaneously. Think of a film strip. Every frame of the movie exists all at once on that strip of film. The beginning, middle, and end are all equally present. But when you watch the movie, you experience it frame by frame, creating the illusion that time is passing. That's what your life is. All moments of your existence exist right now. Your childhood exists now. Your old age exists now. The moment of your desire fulfilled exists now. You're not traveling toward that moment. You're selecting it by the state of consciousness you occupy. Now you might protest. But Neville, I experience time. I remember yesterday, I anticipate tomorrow. How can you tell me this isn't real? I'm not telling you your experience isn't real. I'm telling you that what you think is causing that experience is an illusion. Can you experience the past? No. You can only remember it. And that memory exists in this present moment. Can you experience the future? No. You can only imagine it. And that imagination exists in this present moment. Everything you have ever experienced has been experienced as now. The past was now when you lived it. The future will be now when you experience it. You have never, not once, experienced anything outside of this eternal present moment. The past is a memory happening now. The future is an imagination happening now. Only now is real. You see, when you understand this, when you truly grasp that there is only now, something remarkable happens to your understanding of manifestation. Most people think manifestation works like this. I am here in the present lacking what I want. I must do certain things, think certain thoughts, visualize, affirm, and eventually, if I do it long enough, time will bring me my desire in the future. This is completely backward. Your desire doesn't exist in the future, waiting to be created. It exists right now, not in some mystical, abstract way. It exists as an actual state of consciousness available to you in this eternal present moment. In quantum physics, they've discovered something extraordinary. At the fundamental level of reality, there is no time variable in the equations that describe the universe. The universe, in its deepest nature, is timeless. All possibilities exist simultaneously in what they call superposition. What you experience as time is simply your consciousness collapsing different possibilities into your experience, sequentially. But here's what they won't tell you in the physics textbooks. You choose which possibilities collapse into your experience. You choose by the state of consciousness you occupy. This is why I've always taught you to live in the end. Not because living in the end creates a future reality, but because the end already exists now. And living in it tunes your consciousness to that reality. There is a version of reality where you have your desire. That's not a pretty metaphor. That's not wishful thinking. That is an actual state of consciousness existing in the eternal now. There is also a version where you don't have it. Another where you're struggling. Another where you're abundantly blessed. All these versions exist simultaneously. Right now. Not somewhere else. Not in the future. Here. Now. Which one you experience depends entirely on which one your consciousness is tuned to. And what tunes your consciousness? Your state, your assumptions, your feeling of being. If you think and feel as someone who lacks, you tune to the reality where lack is true. Not because you're creating that reality, it already exists, but because that's the frame your consciousness is selecting from all possible frames. But if you shift your state, if you begin to think and feel as the person who already has your desire, you tune to a different reality, one that exists just as surely, just as presently, as the one you're leaving behind. Now let me show you the greatest obstacle to manifestation. And it's so subtle that most people never recognize it. It's what I call psychological time. Psychological time is when you live between 2 points. The memory of what was and the anticipation of what will be. You're never here. You're always somewhere else in your mind. You think about your desire and immediately your mind does this. It references your past as evidence that you can't have it. Then it projects into the future hoping someday conditions will change. This is living in time. And living in time is living in limitation. Listen carefully. Every moment you spend in psychological time, you are not in the creative now. You are in the world of effects. The world of shadows, the world where nothing new can be created. Creation happens only in the now, not the now that will come tomorrow, not the now that existed yesterday, the eternal now that is always present. When you worry about how long it will take, you're living in time. When you wonder why it hasn't happened yet, you're living in time. When you think maybe next week, maybe next month, you're living in time. And all of that is keeping you locked in the very reality you're trying to leave. Here's what you must understand. The moment you ask when, you've already placed your desire in time. You've made it subject to time. You've given time power over it. But your desire is not in time. It exists in consciousness. And consciousness is timeless. I had a man come to me once who said, "Neville, I've been affirming and visualizing for 6 months. How much longer do I have to wait?" I said, "You'll wait forever if you keep asking that question." He was shocked. "What do you mean?" I said, "Every time you ask how much longer, you're affirming that you don't have it now. You're affirming that time stands between you and your desire. And consciousness creates from what you are now, not from what you hope to be later." The question itself was keeping him in the state of waiting. And the state of waiting perpetuates itself. If you are in the state of waiting, consciousness creates more waiting. You must collapse time, and you collapse time by refusing to acknowledge its power over your desire. Your desire exists now, not tomorrow, not next week. The version of you who has it exists now, not in the future. The reality where it's yours exists now, not someday. When you truly grasp this, when you truly live from this understanding, time ceases to be an obstacle. It ceases to exist as something you must overcome. The greatest mistake you can make in manifestation is to wait. When you wait for your desire, you're operating from the illusion of time. You're saying it will come in the future, but there is no future. There is only now. Your desire exists now. The version of you who has it exists now. The reality where it's yours exists now. You're not waiting for it to arrive. You're waiting to shift your consciousness to where it already is. Stop asking, when will it come? That question assumes time is real, that you must travel through it to reach your desire. Instead, ask, what state of consciousness experiences the reality where I already have this? Then become that state. Not tomorrow, not after you've prepared yourself. Now, because now is all there is, where all creation takes place. Now is the only moment you can ever occupy. Let me make this practical for you. Right now, in this eternal present moment, decide who you are. Not who you were, not who you will be. Who you are. Are you the person who has your desire or the person who doesn't? Choose. Right now. Don't reference your past. That's just a memory you're experiencing now. And you can select a different memory. Don't project into the future. That's just an imagination you're experiencing now. And you can imagine differently. In this moment, in this eternal now, claim your desire as present reality. When you think of it, don't think, I hope it comes. Don't think, I'm working toward it. Don't think, maybe soon. Think, it is. Present tense. Feel yourself as the person who has it. Not will have it. Has it now. This isn't preparation for the future. This is your present state of being. Throughout your day, whenever you catch yourself living in psychological time, referencing past failures, projecting future hopes, stop. Bring yourself back to now. In this moment, you are who you choose to be. You have what you claim to have. You experience what you feel yourself experiencing. Before you sleep tonight, I want you to do this. Forget about time. Completely ignore it. Don't think about your past. Don't think about your future. Exist only in now. In this now, assume you are the person your desire implies you to be. Don't imagine it coming tomorrow. Experience it now. Feel it, know it, be it. Fall asleep in that state. Let the last impression on your consciousness be the feeling of your wish fulfilled, not as something approaching, but as something that is. Do this not once, but persistently. Make it your habitual state, and watch as the world rearranges itself to match the state you've claimed in the eternal now. Time is not your master. You are the master of time. You're not bound by what happened in the past. That's just one frame of infinite possible pasts. You're not limited by an uncertain future. That future already exists, and you select which one by your present state. You are always in the now, the eternal, creative, all-powerful now. And in this now you are who you claim to be. You have what you claim to have. Stop waiting, stop hoping, stop preparing. Assume your desire fulfilled. Not tomorrow, right now. Live in the end. Not because the end will come, but because the end already is. Ignore time completely. It's a fiction, a shadow, a dream. The only reality is consciousness. And consciousness exists only now. Your desire is not coming. It already came. It exists now in the state of consciousness that experiences it. Occupy that state. Not later, right now. And you will discover what I have been trying to tell you all along. You are not waiting for your good to come to you. You are selecting which good already present you will experience. Time cannot limit you. Only your belief in time can limit you. So tonight, ignore time. Step into the eternal now. Claim your desire as present reality, and live from that state with absolute conviction. This is the secret. This is the power. This is the law. Thank you, and good evening.